American Chris Coleman is the world's fastest man, topping the final that saw more than half the field run sub 10 seconds. For the women, Jamaican Shelley Fraser-Price is now going for world title number 9, after number 8 came with a blistering finish in the women's sprints. It is now a record 7 straight wins to start off the season for Liverpool in the Premier League, while Inter stayed perfect with 6 out of 6 in the Serie A. Samuel Chukwueze scored for Villarreal in a 5-goal rout of Betis, and Wilfred Ndidi was also amongst the goal scorers as Leicester spanked Newcastle 5-0 to stake a strong claim for a top 4 place. A Ferrari fast in Russia gives Lewis Hamilton a first win in 4 races. Rangers scored 3 times to overcome a first leg deficit and move into the next stage of the CAF Confederations Cup. Nigeria's top 2 sprinters avoid disqualification following an appeal at the World Athletics Championships. And this is your #1 sports show on radio. My name is Deji Omotoyibo. Welcome to Sports Express, brought to you by MTN. Hope you had a great weekend. Thank you for joining us for Monday's edition of Sports Express, brought to you by MTN. It was a blistering weekend of sports across the world. Here is Kingsley Akpan with the latest news on international newsreel.
Thanks, DG. First up is Qatar in athletics. After surviving a disqualification scare, Africa's joint fastest man ever, Divine Odudu, is through to the semi-finals of the 200 meters event at the ongoing World Championships in Doha. The 22-year-old, together with another Nigerian medal hopeful Blessing Okagbare, were earlier disqualified for withdrawing from the 100 meters event due to a mix-up by the AFN, but reinstated after an appeal, finished 4th in the heat on Sunday and is into the semi-finals. Okagbare is set to also race later today. In the women's 100 meters final, Shelley Ann Fraser-Price came out tops, bagging a 4th World Championship title, one more than Jamaican great Usain Bolt in 10.71 seconds. Gina Asher-Smith finished 2nd, while Maria Jose Tali took bronze. For the men, Christian Coleman lived up to his favorite billing by claiming gold in the 100 meters event, posting his best time ever of 9.76 seconds. Justin Gatlin finished 2nd, while Andre De Grassi claimed the bronze medal. To Formula 1, Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton moved closer to claiming the 6th world title after a victorious outing at the Russian Grand Prix on Sunday. The 34-year-old made it to win number 82 and is 4th in Russia after benefiting from a dramatic scene in the Ferrari camp, which saw Sebastian Vettel disobey team orders, which would have favored teammate Charles Leclerc. Hamilton's win saw him score an extra point for fastest lap, raising his championship lead to 73 points, as his Mercedes teammate Valtteri Bottas claimed 2nd spot, while Leclerc settled for 3rd. And attention now shifts to the Japanese Grand Prix in 2 weeks. To boxing, WBC champion Deontay Wilder is set to defend his world heavyweight title after agreeing to fight Luis Ortiz later this year. Promoters announced on Saturday that the 33-year-old will step into the ring again with the Cuban on the 23rd of November in Las Vegas. Wilder, who boasts of a career record of 41 wins and 1 draw, also revealed that after the November clash with Ortiz, he will fight Tyson Fury in the much-anticipated rematch in early 2020. Finally, to the Rugby World Cup, one of the biggest upsets of the game went down on Saturday as host Japan defeated 2nd-ranked Ireland in Shizuoka. In a contest that left many stunned, Yu Tamara's penalties helped the dazzling Japanese come from behind to claim a 19-12 win over favourite Ireland. In other encounters, Gareth Davies produced the man-of-the-match display in Tokyo as Wales secured one of their greatest World Cup victories by defeating rivals Australia 29-25. Georgia blew away Uruguay 33-7. South Africa overpowered Namibia, while Tonga fell to Argentina.
Thank you very much, Kingsley. Don't worry, it happens to the best of us once in a while. We return after the break with the Nigerian sports scene.
Guys,
Welcome back. It's a packed Nigerian sports scene this morning. Bode Guntu is here. Bode well. 3 Nigerian teams in action at the weekend, 2 in club side competition, 1 in international competition. It was a mixed bag. 1 win, Rangers, 3-1 over Pelican of Cameroon? Gabon, sorry. And then they are through to the next stage. Rangers lost the first leg by how many?
2-1.
So the one is on 3-1.
3-1.
Close.
It was close, in fact, when they scored, the Cameroon scored first in the fifth minute. I thought Rangers were in trouble, and then they equalized 7 minutes later, scored the second for half time, and then the third. It was close for Rangers, but they did well to pull it out of the harbor line, and now I fear for them.
Yeah.
Because having played so well away from home, to now allow those guys. A better side would have capitalized on that.
On that early goal.
On that early goal and gone on to win. For Yimba, that's what I'm saying. I said that we pray for them. Apparently, on this matter, it was the matter.
So they dropped into the Confederations Cup?
Yes.
Okay.
They now go to, just like they are playing the knockout round to determine who goes into the group stages.
And in the Waffle Cup, I wonder what the coach will have to say now. 2-1, that's the second time Togo will be beating us in the space of 3 weeks or 2 weeks. 2-1 winners over Nigeria. After that statement by Imama, I hope he hasn't put himself in a lot of trouble. In terms of, well, not trouble like that, but he has only himself to blame for the flack that will come his way.
Yeah, but it also be said that the Nigerians played well, but they lost it later on because a lot of cards were flashed. Ofonodo was sent off, second bookable offense. But for me, it is that we lost to Togo back to back. And like we have been saying here the past week, it's not just about the players or the coaches. I think it's about our system. And the same thing for Yimba. It's about the system we run. And we keep hearing that the league will not start yet. The players still don't know what's going on. I think it's about our system. At this point, I don't want to blame the coach or blame the players. Because for us to lose to Togo, look, if you raise a well-coached team from Surulere, they should beat Togo. That's something
with all due respect.
With all due respect. It's like I keep saying, it's all about numbers. If Togo we pick from 7-8 million people, and we are picking from the 21 million in Lagos. I mean, if we get just more, look, it's just numbers. We should have enough in the tank if we organize. I think it's all about the way we run our system, the way we organize.
You know, always when people get on this bandwagon that Nigerian players are not good enough, and they use this losses to flog the players and all that, justifying Gedodro's attitude to home base and all that, I always ask them, okay, let's all agree that this league is not good enough. What are we doing about it? What are we doing about it? That's the question. Or what should we do about it? It's easy to just say they're not going to blah blah. Are you not going to leave it like that? Then we might as well pack up the football here.
Look,
you've got to do something about it.
I spoke last week about the FIFA initiative and how they are trying to put more money in football and what the things that they said they are looking for. I expect that by now somebody in the NFF women's department is okay. You know what? We've had what FIFA have said. Even if don't give us any specifics yet. Okay, we know we are going to do something about
Let's start working towards it.
Because we've got to have a league of.
On the question you mentioned, women's football, there was something that happened last week. You and I attended it last morning, and then 1 day in Lagos, and I think 3 days in Benin, and U.S. Consulate and Fortem in Spa. The program was called GOAL, Strong Girls, Bright Future, an initiative to teach girls about the dangers of sex trafficking. And then, of course, they brought Jonah Loma, Stacey Wilson, former U.S. internationals, and of course our own Precious Lady to talk about the girls. It was a fantastic initiative. Big up to Chisholm and our friend. Toyosi that put this up. But a few words about that, because I think our governments don't understand the power of sports to change mindsets and to socially re-engineer the minds of our youth.
I think, was it you or someone that said to me that the things that we hear in the music, Nigerian music is good, but sometimes the things they say they are bad. And sports is one natural.
It teaches you all the positive values.
Look, I saw the videos from Benin. I like the turnout. And I sent a message to Precious and Chisom and Chelsea after that. Look, if it's only 2 or 3 that you manage to reach, that will change their life.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. And I feel that if those 3, you never know what they'll become.
In future,
if they come back and they pass more. We are soon a seed, and I think we should keep this.
Definitely. So big ups to the U.S. Consulate, Fortem and Spa, Chisholm, and Toyosi, and of course Precious Dede, who was marvelous all through, and Jonah Loman and Stacey Wilson. Fantastic initiative. Well done, ladies. We return after the break with the World Soccer Report. Welcome back to the World Soccer Report on Sports Express, brought to you by MTN on this segment. Yemi Adesoya is here. Slim Yemi. I don't know what Buki saw. Buki started calling you Slim Yemi. Bookie, you have glasses, but I think you need another
It's
set.
not Bookie.
No, one of our listeners.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Bookie. All right, guys. Yemi, let's go straight to the action from across the European League. Neymar scored again. I think that's the third game
In a
where
row.
we'll give them the winning goal, and I think the PSG fans will have forgiven him by now.
Still should.
PSG won, Bordeaux nil. That was in Bordeaux. So Neymar helped PSG to go to the top of the table. Bayern have gone top for the first time in this season in the Bundesliga. That's because RB Leipzig lost at Schalke 3-1 and lost at home to Schalke, bigger than 3-1. Bayern Munich won at Paderborn 3-2, so they're top there. In the La Liga, Villarreal and Betis was locked at 1-1. Then a certain Samuel Chukwueze was brought on, and all the hell was let loose. It ended 5-1. Chukwueze scored the final goal. What a terrific performance by the Nigerian.
Well, he's really leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
You might want to say, oh, why is he sitting on the bench? But sometimes for a young player, it's part of the education.
Yeah, I think so, yes.
That he can come on and then be impactful.
And you also have to know that you won't play all the time,
You won't
you know,
play all the
and you have to earn your place.
Yes,
You know?
So he's done well. That's a good one for him. So he can build from this. Actually,
Yeah.
good weekend for Nigerian players
Yeah.
overall. As well.
Yeah, definitely. Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid goalless, disappointing Madrid derby there. Getafe nil, Barcelona 2. Barcelona without injured Messi, but Sevilla 3-2 over Sociedad, Bilbao nil, Valencia 1. And looking at the table, it's a surprise that Barcelona are just 2 points off the pace after all their early season struggles.
That's why Spain is very interesting. Somehow the teams that lead the early charge always give room for Real, Barca, and maybe Atletico Madrid to find their way back in.
Syria, Juventus 2-0 over Spal. They are now they are still second because Sampdoria lost at home to Inter. Inter is now 6 out of 6. Alexis Sanchez scored in that 3-1 win. And got sent off. I forgot to add that. Thank you. Got sent off. Milan 1, Fiorentina 3, trouble at the other half of the city. Napoli 2-1 over Brescia, Lecce 0, Roma 1. We have to go to the Premier League, Yemi, and it was the big guns, counter-punching. Liverpool went first. They defeated Sheffield United 1-0. A goalkeeping error gave them that victory. Sheffield were full value for what he had gotten a point there, but it wasn't to be. And Everton, Man City came back later in the day to defeat Everton 3-1. So it's still 5 points between them. Mahrez, man of the match in that one.
City, first and foremost, the fact that Aguero was dropped was a huge surprise. Especially for those of us.
I think he just rotates rather than drop. That's what I think.
Especially for those of us that play fantasy.
Okay, now you are talking. Now you are confessing.
But still, it was a good performance overall. And like we said, Riyad Mahrez was really good. Hey, he scored a similar free kick against Everton, so please cut down Akweyi some slack.
Abio. Chelsea 2-0 over Brighton, and Tottenham 2-1 over Southampton. Harry Kane spearing Hugo Lloris's blushes after that howler in that one. And Leicester 5, Newcastle 0. Wilfred Ndidi scored a striker's goal. The fifth goal, the touch and the turn was excellent. And Leicester in third place, they look like they are making a top 4 push. And you have to fancy their chances.
Yeah, you have to look at them really closely. And one thing I said about Wilfred Ndidi is numbers in the other side of the pitch have to go.
Man U Arsenal tonight. We have run out of time. We can't talk about
Very
it.
simply.
One team in red will win. Well, the away team might not wear red, so
Yeah, but I expect Arsenal to win. First time in 13 years.
my feeling is if Arsenal can't beat United right
Now?
now, then there's a problem. All right. Thank you, everybody. Moment of the weekend. Before we do that, a birthday shout out to my cousin and big sister, Sulola Onyema, who turned 60. I can only say 30. Who turned 60 today. Dearest Sue, we love you. My prayer for you today is like diamonds, you will shine forever. Enjoy your day, big sis. Our moment of the weekend is from Doha, and it's a truly inspirational story. Shelley Fraser-Pryce claimed an 8th world title in the 100 meters. The Jamaican sprinter had a baby 13 months ago, couldn't train properly for 10 weeks, and still came back to produce a stunning performance with an incredible time of 10.71 seconds. She is indeed a superwoman. My name is Jake Jowato Imo. Good morning.